Hola a todos, welcome back to Confident Spanish. Today we're going to tackle something that everyone loves, food. Specifically, how to order at a restaurant in Spanish like a pro. Because let's face it, no one wants to be that person who stares blankly at a menu, hoping for pictures to save the day. Ordering at a restaurant can be intimidating in any language, but it's also a great opportunity to show off your skills in Spanish. Whether you're asking for a table, making sure your steak is medium rare, or politely telling the waiter that you're allergic to shellfish, I've got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll be ordering like a local, and maybe even impressing your dinner date. That's why in this lesson, you won't learn new vocabulary, you'll absorb it without even noticing. How? Just follow me on this. Number one, I'll say a word or a phrase in English and then tell you how to say it in Spanish. Number two, as soon as you hear the meaning in Spanish, repeat after me out loud. Number three, if there's someone around and you feel a bit uncomfortable saying things out loud, then get in a room. Number four, during the video, I'll do small pauses so that you can respond or repeat. But if you need more time, just pause the video. Ready? Let's do it. Here's how to say good afternoon in Spanish. Buenas tardes. And here's how to say welcome. Bienvenidos. How do you say welcome, good afternoon? Bienvenidos, buenas tardes. Here's how to ask how many. ¿Cuántos? And here's how to say you are in the plural form. Son. How would you ask how many are you? ¿Cuántos son? Which means how many of you are there? How would you say welcome, good afternoon? How many of you are there? Bienvenidos, buenas tardes. ¿Cuántos son? Perfect, this is how the lesson works. Let's continue. Here's how to respond. There are two of us. Literally, we are two. Somos dos. How would you respond? Good afternoon. There are two of us. Buenas tardes. Somos dos. Here's how to say you have in the plural form. Tienen. Tienen. Good. And do you know how to say the menu? El menú. La carta. So you can pick either one. How do you say you have the menu? Tienen el menú. Tienen la carta. And how do you say here you have the menu? Aquí tienen el menú. How do you say you would like in the plural form? Les gustaría. And here's how to say something to drink. Algo de tomar. Algo de tomar. How would you ask? Would you like something to drink? ¿Les gustaría algo de tomar? So how would you say? Here you have the menu. Would you like something to drink? Aquí tienen el menú. ¿Les gustaría algo de tomar? How do you say in Spanish, for me? That's right, para mí. And how do you say a mineral water? Un agua mineral. How do you say, for me, a mineral water? Para mí, un agua mineral. How do you say drink? Bebida. How would you say drinks? Bebidas. How do you say your drinks? Sus bebidas. Now, here's how to say I'll bring it to you in the plural form. Les traigo. So how do you say I'll bring your drinks? Great. Les traigo sus bebidas. And here's how to say right away. Enseguida. How do you say, I'll bring your drinks right away? Les traigo sus bebidas enseguida. Here's how to say the word for appetizer. Entrada. How do you say any appetizer? Alguna entrada. And do you know how to say you want in the plural form? Quieren. How do you say, do you want any appetizer? Great. ¿Quieren alguna entrada? And how do you say to start? Comenzar or empezar. How would you ask? Do you want any appetizer to start? Literally, do you want any appetizer for to start? ¿Quieren alguna entrada para empezar? Here's how to say you recommend. Recomiendas. Great. And how do you say you recommend to us? Literally, us you recommend. Nos recomiendas. Nos recomiendas. So how would you ask? What do you recommend to us? ¿Qué nos recomiendas? Here's how to say the steak. El filete. And since we're talking about ordering food and beverages at a restaurant, why not revise a lesson on food using the Unacademy app? Let's see how well you all score. Let's pick this food preferences lesson. Ketchup. Ketchup means ketchup, or tomato sauce in English. Pollo is the Spanish word for chicken, a common form of meat used in many dishes. El pollo, the chicken. Identify from options. El pollo, this one. Translate to English. El pollo, the chicken. The word jalapeños is spelled the same way in English as it is in Spanish, referring to a type of spicy pepper used in various cuisines. Rearrange the letters. Chicken, pollo. Drag the images into correct buckets. Pollo, this one. Jalapeños, the last one. And ketchup, the first one. Translate the sentence. The chicken, please. El pollo, por favor. Con means with in English. It's used to combine two things and talk about them. Una hamburguesa con ketchup. A burger with ketchup. In the phrase una hamburguesa con ketchup, con is the Spanish word for with. Translate to English. Pasta con jalapeños. Pasta with jalapeños. In Spanish, y means and. It is used to connect words and phrases, whereas con means with and is used to show a combination of items. Complete the sentence. A pizza with chicken. Una pizza con pollo. Translate this sentence. A hot dog with jalapeños. Un hot dog con jalapeños. Pasta with chicken. Pasta con pollo. A sandwich with ketchup. Un sándwich con ketchup. Translate this sentence. Where is the ketchup? ¿Dónde está el ketchup? Ketchup y jalapeños. Ketchup and jalapeños. Match the following. Sopa, soup. Una, a. Pollo, chicken. Con, with. Easy, right? You should also download the Unacademy app to never miss your Spanish lesson of the day. And now let's continue with the last exercise. So you know how to say you recommend. How do you say that? Recomiendas. How would you say I recommend? Recomiendo. So how would you say I recommend the steak? Recomiendo el filete. Great. Here's how to say to order. Ordenar. And do you know how to ask, are you ready? In the plural form. ¿Están listos? So how would you ask, are you ready to order? Literally, are you ready for to order? ¿Están listos para ordenar? How would you say the main course? El plato fuerte. So how would you ask, are you ready to order the main course? ¿Están listos para ordenar el plato fuerte? Good. How do you say time? Tiempo. And how would you say more time? Más tiempo. So how would you ask, do you need more time? ¿Necesitas más tiempo? And how would you ask the same but in the plural? ¿Necesitan más tiempo? How would you ask, are you ready to order the main course or do you need more time? ¿Están listos para ordenar o necesitan más tiempo? Now you know how to say you are ready. How do you say that? Están listos. How would you say we are ready? Estamos listos. And here's how to say we are already ready. Ya estamos listos. What's the word for already? Ya. So how would you say we are already ready? Ya estamos listos. So how would you combine this? We are already ready to order. Literally, for to order. Ya estamos listos para ordenar. And here's how to say I think. Creo. And if you have something else in Spanish like I think I'm going to do whatever, we would say creo que in the next part. I think that. So how would you say I think we are ready to order? Creo que estamos listos para ordenar. And how would you say I think we are already ready to order? Creo que ya estamos listos para ordenar. Here's how to say I'm going. Voy. How do you say I'm going to order? Voy a ordenar. How do you say I'm going to order tacos al pastor? Voy a ordenar tacos al pastor. Try to say, I think we are already ready. Creo que ya estamos listos. How would you say, I think we are already ready? I'm going to order tacos al pastor. Creo que ya estamos listos. Voy a ordenar tacos al pastor. Great, guys. Do you remember how to say something to drink? Algo de tomar. So what's the word for something? Algo. Now here's how to say else. Más. So how do you say something else? Algo más. How do you say would you like something else in the plural form? ¿Les gustaría algo más? Now here's how to say like a soup. Como una sopa. Como una sopa. Como una sopa. How do you say like a soup or a salad? como una sopa o una ensalada. Would you like something else, like a soup or a salad? ¿Les gustaría algo más, como una sopa o una ensalada? How would you respond? No, thank you. No, gracias. What's the word for only in Spanish? Solo. How would you say only the main courses? Solo los platos fuertes. How would you say? No, thank you, only the main courses. No, gracias, solo los platos fuertes. And here's how to say for now. Por ahora. How would you say only the main courses for now? Solo los platos fuertes por ahora. Now imagine the waiter approaches you and say, "Is everything okay?" How would you say that? ¿Todo está bien? And how would you respond? Yes, everything is perfect. Sí, todo está perfecto. Here's how to say it looks. Se ve. So how do you say it looks delicious? Se ve delicioso. And what's the word for everything? Todo. So how would you say everything looks delicious? Todo se ve delicioso. Here's how to ask, may we have or can we have? Literally, would you give us? Nos das. Nos das. So how would you ask? Can we have more tortillas? Nos das más tortillas? I know in English this may sound a bit rude, but in Spanish it's totally fine. As soon as the intonation is polite, everything will be okay. And if you don't feel that comfortable using this phrase, then just add please. For example, how would you say, can we have more tortillas, please? Nos das más tortillas, por favor? Now try to say the full thing. Everything looks delicious. Can we have more tortillas, please? Great. Todo se ve delicioso. ¿Nos das más tortillas, por favor? Do you remember how to say I'll bring it to you in the plural form? Les traigo. So how would you say I'll bring you more tortillas? Les traigo más tortillas. How would you say I'll bring you more tortillas right away? Les traigo más tortillas enseguida. How do you say the menu? El menú o la carta. Here's how to say the dessert. El postre. So how would you say the dessert menu? El menú de postres. La carta de postres. Now try to say in Spanish, here you have the dessert menu. Aquí tienen el menú de postres. Great. Here's how to say the homemade flan. El flan casero. So how would you say, I recommend the homemade flan? Recomiendo el flan casero. Great. Here's how to say it sounds. Suena. So how do you say the homemade flan sounds good? El flan casero suena bien. Now try to say, I'm going to order one. Voy a ordenar uno. Now try to say the full thing. The homemade flan sounds good. I'm going to order one. El flan casero suena bien. Voy a ordenar uno. Do you know how to say the check in Spanish? La cuenta. How do you say, I'll bring you the check? Les traigo la cuenta. And if someone asks you, shall I bring you the check? Les traigo la cuenta. As you can see, nothing changes, just the intonation. Now try to respond. Yes, the check, please. Sí, la cuenta, por favor. Now try to say, I'll bring the check right away. Les traigo la cuenta enseguida. The next exercise is conversational practice. I'll say the red line and you respond with the green line. Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a La Mexicana. ¿Cuántos son? Muy bien, por favor síganme. Aquí tienen el menú. ¿Les gustaría algo de tomar mientras deciden? Claro, enseguida les traigo sus bebidas. ¿Quieren alguna entrada para comenzar? Tenemos unos nachos con guacamole y unas quesadillas de flor de calabaza que están muy buenas. Perfecto. ¿Están listos para ordenar el plato fuerte o necesitan más tiempo? Muy bien. ¿Les gustaría algo más como una sopa o una ensalada? Entendido. Sus bebidas y la entrada estarán aquí en un momento. Aquí tienen sus bebidas y los nachos con guacamole. ¿Todo está bien? Y aquí tienen los tacos al pastor y las enchiladas verdes. ¿Necesitan algo más? Claro que sí, enseguida les traigo más tortillas. Aquí están. ¿Todo está a su gusto? Me alegra escuchar eso. ¿Les gustaría ver el menú de postres? Aquí tienen el menú de postres. Les recomiendo el flan casero y el pastel de 3 leches. Excelente elección. En un momento les traigo sus postres. Aquí está el flan casero y el pastel de 3 leches. ¿Necesitan algo más? Perfecto, disfruten su postre. ¿Les traigo la cuenta? Aquí tienen la cuenta. Gracias por venir. Great job. How do you do? Remember that practice makes perfect, so do this lesson again if you need to. Don't forget to download the Unacademy app to never miss your Spanish lesson of the day. And remember, next time you are at a restaurant, you'll be ordering in Spanish like a pro. And who knows, maybe you'll score a free dessert for your excellent Spanish skills. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Confident Spanish, and I'll see you in the next video. Nos vemos!